In the last video we were watching a rare show of the aurora australis outside the San Martin base on the Antarctic peninsula. I thought we spent the night there, but no. While I was in the arms of slumber, Captain Purr shifted us a short hop down the coast to our next location. Today is the 26th of March 2025 and we have shifted about 20 kilometres from our aurora viewing site to Stonington Island. We're going to visit two now closed historical bases located on this tiny island off the Antarctic mainland. When I say off the mainland, I mean a few hundred metres off. This is the location of the British Antarctic Survey Base E and the United States Antarctic Service's East Base. The East Base was closed in 1948 and Base E in 1975. These are now preserved as historical monuments. After our excursion ashore here, we'll move a bit further south to a place called Red Rock Ridge for another landing. With the trusty Ortelius parked in the shelter of Nenni Island, we start shuttling ashore in the Zodiacs. In accordance with the quarantine procedures, all life vests go in the big white bag and any packs, camera bags, etc. go on the tarp. There's wildlife here as I think there is on any of the rare spots where there's a beach, and we need to take care not to contaminate, especially with avian flu. Angela went on a Zodiac while I was faffing about and is waving at me to let me know she's here. Okay, so this is where we are. Pause if you want to read the entire notice.
Penguins, they're going to do the porpoising thing. No, not while I'm looking. Anyway, there's two huts here, a British and an American one abandoned. It's Stonington huts. Some penguins swimming around. Some old huts here. I'm just trying to get organised. No. Okay, recap. We're at a place called Stonington. I thought we were still in front of the Argentinian base, but we evidently moved sometime during the night. Sneaky little guys. There's two huts here. I can only see that one so far. Some people coming up. Hi. The cages over there are the pens for the huskies that they used to have when the bases were operational, evidently abandoned in the 1970s. So this is the other hut here. I don't know which one is which. I think they have plaques on them. Again, I'm going to bitch because I'm pretty sure that the white balance on the camera doesn't bring out the fact that that cliff behind is not white. It's a faint pastel blue. It's lovely. So this is where people lived and worked. Why do they have an old radial engine in a box? Anyway. This is the east-based historical monument. Go to the other. So this is the science lab. Into the sign there. Are there wheels in the base? The wheels, or just is it just rocks?
Stationary.
Yeah, I have to analyse the footage. A couple of old snowcats abandoned here. And that one there, a boat, and another one there. We've come to the conclusion we're not going to get them going. It's a bit more than WD-40 needed for these.
Okay, let's go and have a look inside. Have to wipe your feet first.
I'm not sure how the video in here is going to turn out. It looks okay on the monitor. But this is still got some bits and pieces in it. Yeah. Shoes brushed off to come in. And a candle there. Some pre-loved shoes. Lots of paint on the floor like any good shed. Good size anvil. Some connecting rods.
No, this is American.
Okay, this is the American, one of the American huts. There's a fuse panel up there. The ice in this wall is banging and crashing and it's quite loud, but it often doesn't fall, it just fractures somewhere, and when it does fall, we've had 2 falls and you're not ready for them. It's interesting, before we got off the ship the temperature was -7, but it's definitely above freezing now. It's quite warm. I've got taken off gloves, taken off my hat. It's quite hard work walking around in this snow. The temperature sensor on the Olympus says it's probably about 3 degrees. This is the British hut at Stonington, also a historical site. It's a bit hard to see against the snow, but the old line that they tethered the dogs to is still here, and they're the dog pens. There. If you don't know huskies, you might think this is a bit cruel, but they thrive in this environment. It's quite dark in here. There's the stairs to go upstairs, and they're evidently sound to do that. It's a lot darker in here than the American hut. People exploring by torchlight. Not a lot I can see, and I won't use the flash in here. Just sign the visitor's book and go back outside. Mind you, there is the stove there, which you would definitely need. Some pickle, men of taste.
Not only are there penguins here, but weddell seals as well. Might be some crab eaters too.
Some seals down there. There's one there that was having a good scratch earlier on, but as usual when you put the camera on them, they stop. Another one there. Yawn and stretch. So according to all my instrumentation, the temperature's risen to about 4 degrees, which is why we're all feeling pretty warm. It's very dry though. Bit of the ice there dropped. Just fell in and as usual missed it. Quite a good sized wave coming out from it though. You just must do that constantly along the whole coast. Going to go up there, there's an old collapsed radio mast up there. My 20-year-old body said, well, my 20-year-old mind said yes, but my 60-plus-year-old body said no. It's a little bit embarrassing because it's quiet, even with all the people talking here, the sound is absorbed by the snow, but from here you can hear the ship. It's starting to ferry people back to the ship now. Been here a few hours. I'll just go and investigate this last bits and then I'll go back. I'd love to stay longer, but I'm not young anymore.
Just walking back down. Been here a few hours now. Whew. It's quite tiring walking around in snow, especially when you don't have the technique. It's been lucky this trip. I've been experimenting more with gloves, but it's been so warm that I haven't had to wear a glove on the camera hand. So, but the gloves I've been using are not suitable for manipulating any of my cameras with, so I will be going back to the merino liners and the possum fur gloves. One last look and head back to the boat. And people are getting harassed by penguins, a bit like a Bali street market.
Now those things that I thought were logs earlier on definitely look like whales, because now they've moved quite a considerable distance, gone below, and they're, where are you? They're quite close to the ship. The ship is just there. Oh yeah, definitely a whale. Chilling whales. This one, something over there, I think that's just ice though. Yeah, for sure, whales. There's 3.
Back on the beach, the penguins are returning in high speed mode.
These Adelie penguins. They're just not bothered by people at all. They just walk back and forth. Just having a bit of a clean in the snow. They're sort of a bit perplexed as to why the hell we're here, but not fussed. Big raft of penguins there doing this porpoising.
Yeah, I guess it's fine, right? I forget it's not warm. I don't feel, but that's why I eat so much, I think, because actually I'm thirsty.
Trying to catch the penguins launching themselves onto the beach. Nope.
People are transferring back from the landing site. And back on the ship now. And that's the British hut up there. It's just got the camera out because those whales are back having a bit of a sleep, but they've disappeared again. He's back on the ship, wandering around with no coat or anything on. It's fucking cold.
Because you're brave.
Well, after complaining how cold it was, how warm it was on land, but to get back out to this bay, we've got to go through all that ice.
We leave the denizens of Stonington Island in peace, and over lunch we move a little down the coast to Red Rock Ridge, where another landing is planned. Once we arrive, I stick my head out to check the weather. It doesn't look good. Windy and snowing and limited visibility. I think I'll pass on this landing.
Just anchored for our next destination. That's Sarah going ashore just to do a feasibility study to see what it's like to land passengers. It's a little bit rocky. It's actually sort of sleet or something happening. It's a lot cooler than it was this morning. And
The shore crew ready to leave. They need to inspect the site for hazards and sleeping seals before we get there. It doesn't take very long. The weather picks up. It's probably a bit soggy and unpleasant, but not dangerous, otherwise the landing would be called off. I'm not feeling sorry I didn't go. The more intrepid make their way to the landing site.
It's not too extreme, but I still think I made the right decision.
I understand.
Situation update. I'm staying here. This looks too rough, wet, with sleet. And I'm a fair weather sailor. I was out this morning. There's some of the Zodiacs coming back now after the first drop off. And this looks like they went to the distant point over there. Yeah, I'm actually glad I didn't go. They've called over the PA system that they were going to do a landing, then a Zodiac cruise, and come back, but the Zodiac cruise part's been cancelled. They're just doing the landing and coming back because the weather is deteriorating. So I think I made the right decision. There's one of the Zodiacs out now. Looks a bit... Looks like it can get a bit damp.
With everyone back on board, we get underway again.
After this morning, but she's also checking to make sure that the captain's doing it right. Lift hand down a bit. See, look, he did.
Yeah, but I've got to avoid that iceberg, you know.
Yep. It is icebergless.
And we are going around.
From Red Rock Ridge, we're going to make our way directly to the southernmost point of the trip, the Wilkins Ice Shelf. This is about 750 kilometres away, and so we'll have a day at sea on the way there. There'll be whales and icebergs, plenty to see, so between hot chocolate, biscuits and freezing up on deck trying to get video and stills, I think we'll keep busy. By the time the next video comes out, we'll be there, so we'll see you then.